What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. I am rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout all of the summer transfer window for you guys to enjoy. So if you want to stay up to date first and fast with the latest Manchester City transfer news this summer, then make sure you have subscribed, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. I am now less than 300 subscribers away from my goal of 25k subscribers, hoping we can hit that at some point in the next week, so any help towards that would be fabulous. Also, don't forget as well, social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too, if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this video. 500 likes once more is the aim, and also don't forget, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, as I'm always interested in what you do have to say with regards to these transfers. Let's crack on with this video. We're going to start off with the outs like we always do, and we're going to start off first with an update on Savinho. Now, Fabrizio Romano says that PSV Eindhoven in the Netherlands, they are in an advanced stage to sign Savinho from Manchester City on a season-long loan. That'll be a very good loan for Savinho, and it'll be very interesting to see just how he does develop in the Eredivisie in the Netherlands and see how he progresses, and PSV being a top club as well, I think that'd be a really good move. Question is, will he get regular playing time? If he does, then I think this will be a brilliant loan move, so we'll see if that does end up happening, which it seems like it is going to. Now, moving on, speaking of players going out on loan, moves us nicely on to James McAtee. Now, Alan Nixon on Twitter says that James McAtee, he has been cleared to leave England under 21 international duty for him to go and speak to a club for him to go out on a season-long loan. The team is Huddersfield Town in the Championship. Lost the playoff final, of course, against Nottingham Forest a couple of weeks back, so they stay in the Championship, looking to go one further next season and try and get promotion back to the Premier League, and James McAtee could well be helping them with their promotion bid. It is believed that Huddersfield have overtaken Swansea City as the club that are favourites now to sign McAtee on loan, and it is thought that McAtee would prefer a move to Huddersfield rather than a move to Wales with Swansea City. Now, moving on, we've got all the latest on Bernardo Silva. Now, Simon Mullock says that Manchester City, they want more than £80 million for Bernardo Silva this summer, which is more than what Barcelona will be getting for Frenkie De Jong. Now, he's been heavily linked with Manchester United. It is thought that Frenkie De Jong would fund for Barcelona's transfers to try and make a transfer happen in terms of a replacement, and Bernardo Silva is believed to be the player that Barcelona would like. They were linked last summer, they couldn't afford him, they're getting linked this summer, and I think Manchester City are just trying to price out Barcelona from making a move. I mean, Pep Guardiola's already spoken about this and laughed off suggestion that Barcelona would be signing Bernardo Silva. Now, Simon Mullock does add on to the end of his report saying that Manchester City, the plan is to extend Bernardo Silva's contract. It's a great tool to be used for contract renewal talks with Bernardo Silva and his entourage. Hopefully it's true though. Hopefully we do get Bernardo Silva on a new long-term deal at Manchester City. I think that will be a brilliant move for all parties, and it does end speculation about his future and him wanting to leave Manchester and leave Manchester City. So hopefully that is true and that does happen soon, because it'll be like a new signing getting Bernardo Silva on a new contract, in my opinion. Now, moving on to the ins, we've got all the latest on Marc Cucurella of Brighton and Hove Albion. Mateo Moretto, he is an Italian source, not the most reliable, but he says that Manchester City, they are waiting for a couple of player exits before they're going to make an offer to Brighton for Marc Cucurella. Now, Cucurella is believed to be the left back that Manchester City want to sign this summer. Manchester City, they're looking to try and sanction a couple of sales to try and fund for that transfer. I mean, we are bringing in Julian Alvarez and of course Erling Haaland as well. So Marc Cucurella would be added on expense on that, and City looking for some player sales. I'm wondering if it's going to be potential academy players or players we've not seen play in the first team, players like Gavin Bazunu, waiting for these transfers and everything to go through, or whether we're waiting for maybe one or two of the first team players to potentially leave as well. Players like getting linked with the exit door, Gabriel Jesus, for example, with his contract being up next summer. Raheem Sterling getting linked with the exit door, of course, with his contract being up next summer as well. These are players that could well leave Manchester City this summer and could well be leaving Manchester City even before the end of this month, because these are top players that top clubs will want, and they'll want them in to have a full pre-season, and pre-season isn't that far away. The season, let's not forget, does start a week earlier, and Manchester City will be starting their season for the Premier League at the beginning of August, so teams are going to start to go on pre-season by the beginning of July, and the beginning of July isn't that far away. We're talking 3 weeks, so the next 3 weeks could be a very busy 3 weeks when it comes to transfers, particularly that involving Manchester City. Now, moving on to the final story, we've got more developments from what we were speaking about yesterday in terms of Kalvin Phillips. Now, the Independent say that Kalvin Phillips is expected to join Manchester City this summer. This is following on from yesterday, where Manchester City apparently are prepared to pay up to £60 million to make the transfer of Kalvin Phillips happen. I find it interesting that we've had reports that City are waiting for some sales to go through first for Marc Cucurella to happen. So is the same going to be said for Kalvin Phillips, or have Man City got enough funds to make that happen, but they don't have enough funds to make both Phillips and Cucurella happen right now without balancing the books and getting a couple of outgoings first? That does remain to be seen. We know that Kalvin Phillips is definitely a player of interest at Manchester City, and a player that Man City are having a good, serious look at when it comes to defensive midfielders replacing Fernandinho at the club. I like Kalvin Phillips, good player, homegrown, lots of advantages. I've said yesterday, £60 million isn't the price tag I'd be looking for. I'd be looking to try and get 20 million knocked off that. I'd be looking more around £40 million would be a better reflection of the price, but with him being homegrown and English as well, always comes with a premium. The fact that Cucurella has been valued at somewhere between 40 and £50 million, I can see why Leeds are arguing, saying he's going to be valued at somewhere between 50 and £60 million, considering he's a midfielder, not a defender and stuff. So it's a lot of money to be spent. It wouldn't surprise me if Man City are having a look at some other contingencies as well, but these are the players that Manchester City want, and as we always report on when it comes to summer transfers, if these are the players that you want, then you've got to push extra hard to make these transfers happen, because other clubs will come in for these players, or these players will say no to the club, or they'll get fed up of waiting, or will get dragged on, and we'll end up having another saga, which we've already had the Erling Haaland saga that's been going on through the season, of course, so it's not really made it to transfer season, so I am still waiting for a little bit of a saga here, and both Cucurella and Kalvin Phillips definitely have the potential of developing into another saga. Grealish was last summer. Which player is it going to be this summer? That's the question. So there we go, that's been the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, 500 likes, that's the aim, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Let me know what you think of these transfers in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new around here. Daily Manchester City transfer content for you guys to enjoy, so make sure you have subscribed with the bell press so you can be notified immediately for when I do upload, so you don't miss a story. Every single day, daily Manchester City transfer updates for you guys to enjoy. Also, don't forget social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. And I'll see you guys religiously tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. So I've been JSGC, thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.